93.9 is the number. 93.9 is the station. I can't guarantee what personalities you will receive on today's show on 93.9, but your guess is as good as mine. Steve Rummage in the building. Nikki V in the booth.
I'm over at Buffalo Westport Road, and I'm having a blast because I will say this. Have you ever seen a team in the history of the entire bracket that was screwed and looked over and just put in an absolutely terrible position like the Auburn Tigers were last night? Because they've got to play my Louisville Cardinals now. You didn't screw me. You screwed Auburn.
Is Auburn Nike related or something?
I don't. It might be an Under Armour thing, like maybe since they're Under Armour.
Maybe the new assault.
Take them out.
Maybe the new assault is at Under Armour.
It might be.
And Adidas is off the hook.
It might be. Can you imagine having to play the Louisville Cardinals on Saturday? Listen, I've watched Creighton tape last night. I'm not worried about Creighton. Listen, we're gonna do what we got to do there.
How far did you go back in the Creighton tape?
I watched the entire St. John's game last night, and then I watched most of the UConn game. Listen,
well, I went back to 1999, Steve, and it sucked.
Well, the last time we played Creighton in the tournament, they kicked our tail. So thank you for that, Mark.
They had Rodney Buford, Steve.
Rodney Buford, I know. They had all that. But here's my thing with Creighton. You've got a white center and a little white point guard. My team's going to bust you. Like, in the story. Like, look, you coming into Lexington. I'm going to take care of business.
Oh, God.
Yeah, no, it's going to be great. And then we're going to go and we're going to play the Auburn Tigers. And listen, I'm saying all this kind of fun.
Tongue-in-cheek.
But I will say this on the flip side. If Louisville gets out of Lexington, they got a shot. Like a real shot.
Yeah, because you just beat the number one seed in the tournament.
Hey, no, look at me. You're the number one seed now. Yeah. if they do that.
God.
Yeah, it was a whirlwind of emotion last night, man.
Let's listen. For the people, 8150 93.9 is the number, 3831 93.9. Steve, I want you to reenact. What were you doing? Because listen, this is going to be a memory for the ages. What were you doing? Good people, text in. What were you doing? What were you thinking? Tell us about the emotion. Did you watch the Coach Kelsey and Louisville men's basketball team reaction video? I want to know. You replay the delivery, Steve, as it happened.
Well, first and foremost, let's just stop the show right now. Did you know Buffalo Wild Wings has beer cheese steaks now?
I did not.
I did not know that.
Okay.
New Belgium fat tire beer cheese, American cheese, grilled onions, oh my God, green onions on a toasted sub roll, or you can get a chicken cheesesteak. Oh my God, they've got a Parmesan chicken melt.
Every 10 minutes throughout the show, you should just randomly read off an extra
I might just do that. I
item.
might just read you the ingredients every 10, 15 minutes.
That's perfect.
Of a different thing. Anyways.
Tell me what kind of vodkas they have.
I know they have all the vodkas. Yeah. They've got a little bit of everything over here. It's a really nice. I've often said this is the coolest looking Buffalo Wild Wings in the city, especially from the outside. It's just got but it looks real. Like, I haven't been in here in a while. This is like really nice. Like really nice.
Last time I was on location, I did enjoy myself out there.
This is excellent, man. I remember when we were here for the Tennessee game back with Jordan Wara, and it did not look like this. This is fantastic. And I'll tell you about why you can come over here in a minute. But look, all that's got to be pushed away for a second. I've got to rant for a second. Okay, so I sat down, Marcus. We're out at Norton Commons. We're having a good time. And I go over Charity's uncle's house. I walk in. It's the Auburn Tigers. I'm like, yeah, they're playing the 16th seed. I'm kind of getting my stuff together. And then I hear Louisville Cardinals. I'm like, oh, that's cool. The hell did I just hear? like it was literally a moment where you had to go, what? Because when I like playing the game, when the cities pop up, you're like, okay, this is where this team, because you can kind of tell by location,
yep,
like where that seed's gonna go where, and I didn't see any chance possible we were in Lexington. Just because you knew
2 weeks ago,
a
Steve.
2 seed and a 1 seed.
2 weeks ago, you said that to me as you were being bracketology rummage.
I did multiple shows last week where we were like, don't even plan on Lexington because that's not even a shot because Auburn's going to be there, most likely Tennessee or Alabama, one of the two. They're going to be 1s and 2s. You're not going to be there. It was like nobody even thought Lexington was a possibility. And then just to hear your name called in the first 5 minutes, and then the cherry on top of the crap sundae, they give you the first game of the tournament.
No, Steve. I don't even want you to lump that in there because they are 2 separate entities.
Oh no, it's 2 separate entities. They just all go in the same poop soup. Like it's unreal. Look, 2 different ingredients, sure.
Steve, that was the exciting part for me. That was the thank you. At least I know now.
Yeah, right.
Listen, the eighth seed.
Like I didn't want to see the woman cheating on me, but I'm glad I seen it with my eyes because then I'm like, oh, okay.
Steve, I was going to use that exact example, and then I just told myself, Marcus, not this morning. Just don't even bring people into that world.
I don't need that visual. I don't need to walk in on my wife with another man, but at least now there's no doubt.
There's no doubt. Steve, when you say 8, and listen, the moment I hear 8 seed, right?
Yeah. And
Creighton, I'm like, well, I can't wait to listen to Diener's crap about how the tournament selection is on 100% up and up. I can't.
We broke Diener. I feel like last week we started the chiseling process. I think he was listening to us last week.
What was it exactly? What was it that?
They're making a lot of sense.
Listen, what argument did we make that just cracked the glass a little bit?
It was just look. I think when you look at Gonzaga and then you look at their 8th and you're like, okay, now they're getting put back. And you look at Memphis, who. I mean, quite honestly, I don't know what Memphis has done this year. They went through the daunted AAC, I guess, and they are a 5 seed. And I mean, of course, they did have to play Czech's notes UAB in the title game, so there was that. And I mean, St. Mary's, you're like, oh, wait a minute, like people had them ahead of us. I'm talking even bracketology beforehand, and then just to see all that actually come to fruition. Was like okay. I mean, I guess I got to call Joe Lenardi and tell him I'm sorry for ranting on him the other day when he moved us to an 8. Like, obviously he knew something we didn't. Right?
But again, thank you. We spend. Listen, Steve. If you're not a fan of Steve Rummage or Marcus Maben, and you hate listening to him, right?
Sure.
You don't listen for entertainment. Don't listen to the positive vibes we bring to the table.
Hey, real quick.
Go ahead.
Come out, Marcus. This chicken parm melt, listen to this. It has mozzarella sticks on it. Hand-breaded chicken, mozzarella sticks, pepper jack cheese, Parmesan garlic sauce, Italian seasoning on a toasted sub roll, and it comes with marinara for dipping. That's a sex melt.
You're gonna be there.
That's a chicken sex melt. That's what we're gonna call that from here on out. Tell them that's what you want if you come here.
Pass that along. Chicken sex melt, please.
Yeah, no, it's fantastic sound.
With extra sauce.
As a matter of fact, I'm gonna push this away, so I'll stop looking at it for now. Okay, yeah, go ahead.
Okay, so I kind of lost my train of thought.
You should.
Because of the sex melt. Steve, when you do, like I said, you hear it, you hear the 8, you hear Creighton, and look, I do, like I said, I kind of, Diener wears the face of the last holdout of trying to make this make sense.
Sure.
You know, like he just wears it. And I've tagged him with that jacket. So I'm like thinking about these people, and I cannot wait to see how many ways this is wrong, right? Just how many ways. And then I finally talked to Steve, not knowing the time. And Steve, and the minute Steve says, "Did you see the time?" I instantly say, it's impossible that Steve is going to tell me what I know he's going to tell me.
Right.
And listen, Steve did a wonderful hate watching. Remind me to get back to the hate watching thing.
Yep.
Oh, but actually, I'll tie this together. My point was the hate watching.
Okay.
If you hate watch, listen to Steve Rummage and Marcus Maben. What you do is you say they're always whining conspiracy. You say they're always making up some woe is us thing, you know, or something like that. When they do the rally cry, us against the world, and no, it's real. It's real. And then you get here, and then I say, I pick up the phone, and Steve he has the driest, humorous snicker to him, like, oh, you don't know?
Well, that's because I'm insane. That doesn't count. Like I feel like I enjoy pain at times like that. So I just laugh.
So Steve,
maniacally.
Listen, Steve Rummage on the phone, he knows I don't know, and he's like, slow playing it. Oh, you don't know, and I'm like, no, and he's like,
happy to pick up when you picked up the phone.
We have Antonio and Reggie.
Did you see the time we're playing? When you said I have not, it was the happiest I've ever been in my life. I was like, I've got him. I've got him on a string now.
Yes.
Perfect. Because I knew, and I was like, oh, you know, Marcus. You know what time we're playing. Yes, you do. Search your heart.
You know exactly what I'm about to tell you. And then Steve says,
by the way, I apologize. I'm sitting in the loudest chair on planet Earth. That's not me.
Can't even hear it.
Okay, perfect. Good.
Steve says, oh, yeah. You know it.
Oh, yeah.
And you said,
a famous boxer once said, something about let it happen.
Let it happen, mommy.
Yeah,
listen, look, allegedly, Steve.
Allegedly, that's what he said. Yes, in an interaction. That's how I felt last night.
It's going to happen. And then Steve says, first game of the tournament.
Oh.
And I say, impossible.
Yeah, no chance.
No chance. But I'll give you credit. That's a great joke, Steve. It's a great joke you're making. What if we really did?
Because all the sense in the world would be, well, if you want to sell tickets, you want to put Louisville at 7:00. Duh. Like, hello. And then you're like, well, yeah, but UCLA's in it. Okay, well, there's a real easy fix to that. You know, you let Tennessee play the opening game of the tournament as a 1 seed because they're going to destroy the 16th seed. You let UCLA play about 2:30 or 3. You know, real easy fix. And then Louisville gets the nightcap, and you get a packed place in there because Louisville fans. But no, that's not. They decided let's do Louisville at noon. You know,
impossible, Steve. Yeah. Because
it don't even make sense.
Because
right? No way.
Because
actually happening.
Back 7 years ago, 6 years ago, 5 years ago, whatever it was, when we hit, what is it, Des Moines, Iowa?
Yeah, they actually, it was a beautiful thing. The last time we actually got into the tournament, it was really nice of them to throw us to, what was that beautiful city? We played Minnesota, Des Moines, Iowa. Just fantastically threw us over there in the opening game of the tournament.
And who did you play? Who did you just so happen to play against? Because the brackets are totally just done by the numbers, Steve.
Yeah, just, give us Richard Pitino in Des Moines, Iowa, and say, how about you guys open the tournament? Oh, well, thank you. That's fantastic. The most boring city on planet Earth at 12:00 in the afternoon. Here, have at it. Isn't that great?
Impossible. And then the next time you get into the tournament, we just say, oh, you know what? Out of all 68 teams, you're 69.
Yeah. And we'll just one spot out, But hey,
Not nice.
But hey, if anybody actually, I know nobody's gonna actually catch COVID in March of this year. But if anybody does, yeah, you guys are in. Don't worry about it. Oh, well, fantastic. That's good. Luckily, not one soul in the NCAA tournament got sick. That was fantastic. The medicine was working, I suppose.
And then years later, you get into the tournament, and lo and behold, you get the Big East Championship runner-up.
Yeah. The best 8-9 game in the history of the NCAA tournament. I mean, the runner-up of the ACC versus the runner-up of the Big East. They were both the 2 seed.
At an 8-9. So
it's not like just a runner-up. We're talking the regular season and tournament runners-up.
25, 26 win teams.
Yeah, two 26 win, 25, 26 win teams. Just 9 seeds.
A 26.
Louisville Creighton should be a second round 4-5 game. And we're going to get it as an 8-9 game in the first round. Isn't that lovely?
Impossible to say. Listen, it's impossible.
God owes us the 16 seed beating Auburn. I feel that. Not the sports gods, like God himself. I'm going above that now. Yeah, I'm going straight to the.
You're gonna put the sports gods aside for this one and just say
I'm going straight to him. Yeah. I'm like, you owe us on this one. You've got to intervene.
Jesus,
like I feel like David in the Bible. Yeah, I'm like, no, my enemies are overtaking me. This is
the strongest battle, Steve.
Yeah, I know. I'm one of those players. Oh, God only gives his strongest battles to his toughest soldiers, Like, no, that's not what that means. You're in the transfer portal. Like, that's not, yeah. it's not applicable here, man. Yeah.
So anyways. We got callers Antonio.
Let's get
and Reggie on the line, but a caller wanted me to ask: is there a Barnhart component to this?
I don't even think he's involved with that anymore.
Oh God! Oh baby! Oh Steve.
Yeah, I mean,
Steve.
Whatever.
They
got bigger things to worry about.
You get your name off the books, and then you control everything.
Hey, before we go to the callers, Nick or Marcus, let me just say this. Let me just drop this one in for you really quick, and then go straight to a caller, Nick. We're the 8th seed. We're the 5th favorite to win the whole region. So yeah, let's go ahead and go to the phone lines.
Let's get to the phone lines. Who we got up?
All right, who we got up first, Nick?
Antonio,
welcome into 93.9. What's up, man?
Thanks for taking my call, fellas. Am I the only one that's okay with where we're seated? Would you rather be the 6th seed out in Boise or the 8th seed in Lexington? We got the opportunity to turn Rupp in the Young Center, have a 6-man there. We get the weakest of the number 1 seeds. Would you rather see Florida, Houston, or Duke staring at you in the second round? So I feel bad for Auburn because Auburn got a raw deal out of the whole thing, and I think they're beatable. As long as we got Rain Smith to space the floor, and I'm not worried about this team. They're highly motivated now because they feel slighted. I'm more worried about Creighton than I have Auburn. Auburn has injury issues with Baker Mazzaro. They're vulnerable. So we'll get to play in Lexington for 2 games with opportunity to go to Sweet 16. Am I missing something? I understand the seeding, but we could have been out at West Coast somewhere. Our fan base is going to turn Rupp Arena into the Yum Center. That's invaluable because our home crowd really carried us through games. You got some highly motivated individuals that feel slighted. As long as Rain Smith's on that floor and I see him warming up, and he's warming up looking like he's ready to go, I'm not going to be worried. So I feel like I'm the only one it's okay. They gave us a gift. They gave us the weakest of the number 1 seeds, and they put us in Lexington. Those are 2 things to me that are going to prove the to be successful for the Cardinals. I'll hang up and listen, fellas. Thanks for taking my call.
Yeah, appreciate it, man.
Let me cover this one first, Steve,
Okay.
and then you can go. Now, what Antonio said is spot on.
Sure.
It's beautiful and all that, but I'm just not in the mood for that. That's Tuesday Marcus probably.
Yeah,
that's another Marcus.
no, that was a perfect Tuesday Antonio call.
Yeah, right.
Like tomorrow, I am totally fine with saying, look, it's great for our fans. We're gonna travel. Auburn, as odd as it is to say, probably is if you had to play a 1 seed right now. I don't particularly want to play Florida. I mean, you're not going to play Duke in the second round, so
right?
That's not even an option. But I mean, I don't really want to play Houston either. I mean, like again, now you're picking. That's not me talking nasty about Auburn by any stretch.
Right.
I'm like, if you wanted to shoot your shot, that might be the one you want to get.
Yeah, if you're going to get any of the top seeds, you want to get them in Lexington. That's the best case scenario for playing anybody at the top.
Get them in Lexington.
Yeah. Of course.
What about the SEC writer? What is it, Barrett Sally? That was like, oh, Louisville will have a home court advantage. Auburn's going to travel up there. I'm like, oh, okay. Oh, okay. Well, thanks for letting us know. Yeah. He was like, it's not that big of a deal. Auburn to have more people in the crowd than Louisville will be. Like,
Auburn
maybe
Auburn expects to be in Georgia.
Maybe he thinks it's South Carolina. I don't know. Maybe I'm giving him the benefit of the doubt. And there's that. Auburn fans are going to expect to play in Atlanta.
Yeah, they've already been to Lexington this year, haven't they?
Lexington when I'm okay. I mean, okay, yeah, they got to beat a 16 seed. They've got to win one game against Louisville or Creighton. They're going to do that, and then they're going to come down to Atlanta, and we're going to blow it up down here.
You think the average Auburn basketball fan is just dying to shoot up to Lexington?
Nobody is dying to shoot up to Lexington.
Except for us.
Okay. No, we're not. They're like, well, Louisville fans, we did you a gift. And 9 out of 10 Louisville fans I've talked to is like, Jesus Christ, we got to go to Lexington. I can play this thing wherever. Like, I don't hate Lexington actually as much as most. I mean, even though they literally built a road to drive around it and it just circles it. And it's like, it's how bad you don't want to be in it, even the people that live there. But it's still like, I whatever, man. Everything's walkable. It's infested, obviously. I mean, it's like there's a disease that is there.
It's a fungi
you don't want to catch. Yeah. And don't tell me it's not, because if they call in, I promise you, whatever show you're on, if a Kentucky fan calls in, they will identify themselves like they have leprosy. They will, well, my name's Steve. Well, I am a Kentucky fan. Like, okay, well, what's that got to do?
You have to let your status be known.
Yeah, like, what are we talking about here, man? Like, yeah, this is a pickleball show, man. Like, we're not, but yeah, no, it is great for the fans. I mean, I agree with Antonio on the basis of
right. Yeah. And like I said, that's I'm not in the mood for that, because here's the other thing, Steve. If I don't see. This is where the Louisville fan will get slighted if you don't get it. Okay, when at the end of the year, when they talk about our social media presence, our fan base, it's like, no, you have to rattle the bushes right now. You have to get it.
Yeah,
you get what I'm saying?
Yeah, absolutely.
There's an appropriate amount of noise and eyeballs that you have to draw to something like this. Or it'll just, because if you go into the screw 'em, whatever, I'll take anybody. If you go to that mood too quick, then it just becomes
absolutely
an invisible sword of Damocles just hanging over your head all the time.
Listen, I assure you, on Wednesday there won't be one Louisville fan that isn't like, you know what, screw them. Like, we're gonna go in there, we're just gonna win this whole little thing, and I mean, but
Monday
is attention to it.
Yes,
today,
I want my attention. I want my deflection. I want my Clemson conversations. I want my cases. I want all of my cases out there in front of the world. You know what I'm saying? Because and again, you made the point to me last night. You make this noise now because you will have those eyeballs on it next year. You'll have that attention on, on you won 22 out of 23 games straight. You know what I'm saying? It's just like, are you crazy? Are you crazy? Like you're gonna want this attention when the preseason rankings come out. Like, don't give me this ACC full season long bias before the season even starts.
Yeah, no, absolutely.
Nikki, do we have somebody else on the line?
Reggie,
thanks for joining us on 93.9. Fire away, Reggie.
Hey, y'all, I ain't gonna lie. I'm pissed. I'm mad. We was on the space last night talking about it, and I'm just like, they hosed us, man. And then listening to the guy talking about why UNC made it, because they was undefeated in quad 2 wins. Then what? The quad 1 wins even matter?
Yeah.
I mean, at that point, do they even matter?
Only the Kentucky one.
Yeah.
You don't put a team in because they was undefeated. They was undefeated in quad 2 wins. Like, I just don't get it, man. And I hope we come out like UConn came out that year, when they made that run. And I hope our boys is using that as bulletin board material. And let's go ahead, smash Creighton and then upset Auburn. Y'all have a good day, fellas.
Appreciate it, man.
Appreciate the call. Okay, if you were to rank just Steve, okay, because I explained it like this. When I saw that, the real emotion, Steve, was, and I've used this example only a few times, but you can tell it's serious when I use this example. When I have to look into my kid's face and tell him one of those, like, my dad didn't do it, I don't recommend people doing it, breaking the spirit of saying, hey, son, sometimes life isn't fair. Like, you put in the work. You put in all the work you're supposed to. You had a positive attitude. You did, my coaching staff, you did exactly what you needed to. There were so many games, Steve, where we were favored and we did exactly what we had to do. No nights off, no practices off. The James Scott, what he's fought through, my God, they fought in meaningless games. And I'm saying meaningless in air quotes. They fought through the daily grind of being prepared, being overly prepared, being unselfish. They did what you have to do to give yourself a great seeding in the national, in the NCAA tournament. They did exactly what you're trained to do.
Well, they've lost 2 games since December, 14th, 13th. And I mean, I remember when Kentucky went like 38-1. I remember that year. I wouldn't give them credit publicly because the SEC was so crappy. But privately, I was like, man, they are taking every team's best shot every single night. Like, whether they're good teams or not, I mean, they're playing teams that are like, their whole season is based on ending Kentucky's run, right?
Yep.
So Louisville has to get, I mean, like, you're looking as a coach and you're like, I watched you guys fight through injury. I watched you guys have the target on your back every single night in the ACC. I mean, where basically you were playing, and God knows now, looking back on it, thank God we didn't lose. But you were looking at it as every single night you have to find a way to win, and they did. And you're like, you'll be rewarded for this in the end, and you was not.
You were not. You were not rewarded properly. You were not. And again, I was going to complain about the 6 seed. I was going to say, getting that ACC, we should have been at 5. I was going to look at these other Clemson 5. We should have been to 5. So not only did you not get to 5 in the ACC championship, and you put North Carolina in, which means you were a 4. a 4-team league minimum. So you're giving credit to Carolina. You know, you're not saying it was a three-high conference. Not only did you do that, but when you go not 5, not 6, not 7, but 8, and I have to have the whole revival crew. I have to sit in there and look at this point, and they have to. You know what? It's like they had to take on the generational curse.
I would right, and I would have been even more angry. Let me just put this in there. I would have been even more angry had I saw Carolina in before because if Carolina would have been in before I knew I was an 8th seed, I would have been convinced we were a 5.
You'd have said they respect the ACC enough to get Carolina in. We got to be a 5.
Right. So it just so happens I didn't even realize Carolina got in because after I saw ours, I was like whatever, and then I was afterwards I had a buddy down there who was like, I can't believe we got in. I'm like, well, wait a minute, okay, yeah, because now you're telling me the conference was better than people said. That's what you're telling me.
And I'm not allowed to say, yeah, the athletic director of UNC just happens to be top man on the selection committee.
I mean, there's that. Totally on top of that, if you want to. But it's almost like that's another one so blatantly obvious. I think it's like, what do you do about it? I mean,
again,
if the North Carolina AD is the one you're like, okay, well, that's one of those where I know it makes you mad when I tell you this, but when you're like, well, I don't want them to hack my phone. I'm like, dude, they're already watching. Just give that up. They know everything you're doing, man. Like don't worry about what phone you get.
For people who don't
buying a drone.
For people who don't know that, Steve knows the quickest way to get under my skin is somebody saying, well, they do everything they want to do anyway, so why do you care?
Like, dude,
they can have all my numbers and my accounts, and
they've already got all your bank account information, dude. Like, don't worry about hiding your card. Like, I know people flip their cards over at restaurants. Dude, why? Like, dude, they already know all your stuff.
Just Marcus, just take whatever they're saying you should take. They can do it anyway.
Yeah, like if they were like I was setting at Volare with Drew Diener over here and Mark Lieberman and some other friends over at DraftKings, and I looked down at my account and I was like, all my money's gone. Why? They accidentally misdid a child support payment. Yeah, it took every penny I had in my entire account. Like, they can do whatever they want. Like, if they wanted to shut my account down, they could shut my account down. Like, just get over it. So I know that makes you mad, but I'm sorry.
I tell you what, Nikki, do we have anybody else on the phone line we need to take before we get to this quick?
No, we got a clear bank right now. So if anyone wants to call in, 8150.
Yeah, we can go ahead and get to a break then. We'll come back and get a roll.
Quick commercial break. Event session continues. 93.9 The Ville.
Sports fans, score big at Boom Buzz Pizza and Watch Bar. Enjoy gourmet pizzas, game day specials, handcrafted cocktails, ice cold beer, and the best game day atmosphere in town. Boom Buzz is the perfect spot for sports fans, private parties, and gatherings, with state-of-the-art audio and video systems making every game day special for the big game. Boom.
Those things are incredible. Yeah, I was looking at the menu. I was like,
What's up?
That's amazing, man.
What's up?
Oh, yes.
Not much. What's up?
You got Steve on the hot mic.
What?
You can you hear Steve in the background?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I just didn't want him being on a hot mic. That's not going over the air, is it?
Hey.
No. It's good.
No. What keeps happening is like I'll be talking and then I just all of a sudden can't hear Marcus. Like, y'all. Okay. Because I'm like, it just keeps like, y'all are gone. And I'm like, oh, crap. So that's why I kept leaving and coming back. But Mark said that it's been happening all the time. Yeah, we will. Okay. We'll have to, we'll try out that Zoom next time too and see if that works too. But yeah, I don't know. It's random.
Okay, cool.
So if I drop, I'll be right back. That's what's happening is you guys I don't hear you guys. So I'm going back, clicking on that link. So if I'm gone, I'll be right back. No worries. I just didn't want y'all freaking out every time I dropped off.
I didn't even know he dropped off, but okay. Yeah, all good
right.
either way.
So,
all right, cool.
All right, yeah, I'm good.
You can put the sound back in, Nikki.
Selling or just need some mortgage advice, these are the folks you want in your corner. So here's the plan. Call Josh Jarbo, 502-216-7590, or check him out online at joshjarbo.remaxempireky.com. And here's a special offer just for you guys. Mention you heard it right here on 93.9 The Ville, and you're going to receive up to a $5,000 seller's credit. I'll leave you with this. Top-notch service. Might seem expensive, but...
Hey, boys, we got Jeremy, not Waman, different Jeremy. And we got Johnny from Daytona coming back. Bridge A to Z. NMLS number 2256125. Y'all hear me? Owned and operated. Motto Mortgage A to Z is an equal house lender.
Hey, Card fans.
Guys,
Attorney
can you hear
Sam Aguiar here, proud partner of U of L Athletics.
Guys, where'd you go? Hello? Hello?
We take care of those hassles so you can focus on getting better. We've helped thousands of Card fans get life-changing results on their claims, and it would be an honor to work for you too. So if you've been hurting a car, give us a call at 502-888-8888 or check us out online at demandsam.com. And go Cards!
Genesis Diamond's most anticipated sale of the year is coming March 28th through 30th. 3 days of extra store-wide savings, up to 35% off. Get special pricing on all exquisite rings, all earrings, all bracelets, all bands, all pendants, and more. Exclusive designers will be here with their newest breathtaking collections, all on sale. Engagement rings, wedding bands, extra markdowns on lab-grown diamonds and natural diamonds. Special financing, too. Don't miss this 3-day extravaganza, March 28th through 30th at Genesis Diamonds, Shelbyville Road Plaza.
Hey, Cards fans. Do you or a loved one suffer from gout? Gout is a very painful form of arthritis that can also lead to kidney and heart disease.
Yeah, I don't know where
I bet you didn't know there's now a Gout Center of Excellence right here in Louisville.
Did you
They
hear
use
me?
the
We
most
had, Jeremy, not Waman, different Jeremy, and Johnny from Daytona.
They're on
Be
hold
sure
now.
to call the Gout Center of Excellence
Yeah.
at 502-719-2472 or visit them online at ralouisville.com. And be sure to tell them Mark
down real
sent you.
quick. Hey, Steve.
Yeah.
You sound great now. Did you change anything?
No. Did I sound good in the first segment?
Yeah. I mean, you did to me, but it sounds really good now.
Okay.
How does it sound to you, Nikki?
How do I sound, Nick? Really good?
I mean, I thought you sounded really good the first segment, but yeah, it's a little bit more clear. There's like less background noise.
Honestly, I think it's just the equipment I'm using. I think like Mark has that iRig pre. That's the one I had. I got one of those at home. I think I'm gonna go back to using that instead of that iRig 2.
Yeah,
I think these are. I honestly think these are better, man.
Even just looking at your reading, your sound readings.
Yeah,
they're going exactly.
I use that iRig 2 at home, and I swear, man, I feel like it worked better because I had the iRig pre too. I feel like it worked better with that, so I may just go back to using that one.
The one you're using now, is it battery powered?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. It's one of those. So that's why I went to the iRig 2 because it wasn't battery powered or anything. I was like, oh, this is just, it's more easy.
Mm-hmm.
But it is I think this one works better. I think that's part of the reason it sounds better.
Yeah, it sounds great.
Yeah.
Okay, perfect.
All right.
How much time we got, Nikki?
10 seconds.
And pump sales, 3303 Industrial Parkway, Jeffersonville, Indiana, or visit KentuckianaPumps.com.
The official broadcast partner of all U of L athletics, WLCL Sellersburg is 93.9 The Ville. Powered by Sam Aguiar Injury Lawyers. Hurt in a car? Call Sam Aguiar.
Yo. Welcome back. Welcome back. It's middays with Marcus Raymond, 8150 93.9. It's the number 93.9 is the station. Now it's a part of the show where I want to remind everybody that temperature control is and always will be one of the most valuable resources one can have. If you agree with that sentiment, then DFH Company is most certainly the company for you. Simply dial 968 6222 or look them up online at dfhcompany.com. Make sure you look into the Mitsubishi Mini Split like the one we use at the 93.9 studios for that hard to heat, hard to cool room in your home. Again, 968-6222 or look them up online at dfhcompany.com, guys.
Sorry, DFH. That's my bad. Listen, it was just we were talking and then I forget, hey, we need an on-air sign or something that reminds me like, hey, jackass, you're on air now. I was just look, Blanket Baker said something. I just like, oh yeah, cool. I didn't realize I had a microphone up to my mouth either.
But here's
on me.
But here's the problem. It wasn't on you, Steve. You want to know why?
I'm listening.
Because listen, you could feel something was going on my end as well. Because here's the thing. I'm sitting here doing a read about temperature control. Yeah. And meanwhile, during the commercial break, I went over and decided, hey, I'm going to heat up some water to continue with my coffee. Sure. I am currently looking at just the angriest pot of boiling water.
Oh, it's horrifying, dude.
It's just so, guys, you're gonna have to excuse me for like 38 seconds so I can cut off the water.
No, actually, that's perfect because I do want to remind everybody we're actually out here now. That first segment kind of got away from us, but we're out here at the Buffalo Wild Wings on Westport Road. Like I said, first off, come out here to check it out in general, just because it is. If you've not been out here like me, I mean, it's fantastic in here, man. I'm really surprised. It looks 1,000% different in here than it did before. And come out and try one of these new chicken parm melts or the beer cheese steak or chicken cheese steak. And you're not just coming out here for that because we're going to be out here.
Too. It's nice.
It's very nice, yeah. But we're going to be out here all day, and you can come out here because we have the ESPN Louisville Bracket Challenge that's presented by Coors Light, UA 502 Mechanical Contractors Association of Kentucky. There we go. How about that? That was a mouthful, but I got it. Kentucky Fish and Wildlife and Louisville Ladder. Let's these prizes, man. Just a few of them. I won't read every one of them, but of course, our friends over at RGB giving a 50-inch TV. You can get, oh my God. Oh, Dr. Patel. How about this? Custom orthotics. That's a $1,600 value. Not bad. Our guys,
and so much more than $1,600.
Oh,
if you've never done it before. If you've never gotten yourself some insoles, some form custom fit insoles, it's one of those life changer things. Guaranteed.
You can win wings for a year here at Buffalo Wild Wings. I mean, extreme audio and marine, a remote starter install, or a $400 gift card. There's just so much, man. Yeah, there's so much in here, and we'll I'll get some more of those as we.
Is there any way we can rig the contest to win the remote start?
I'm sure we can. I don't know. I don't. Here's the problem. Even if we wanted to rig the contest this year, we're doing it on the website. So now it's like it's not even possible. So like even if that was an option, and I'm not saying it is, let me be clear, I'm not saying that it is, it would be impossible for us to do now because now you're just going to be able to log in, do the ESPN bracket on there, and that's the best way to do it, honestly, because then if you're in 4 different bracket pools, you can fill out that one bracket and just put it in each one and just add ESPN Louisville to that, the bracket challenge to that. So it's
how many brackets, Steve? How many brackets do you do this year?
I don't fill brackets out. Yeah, I stopped that until I have a rule. Until Mountain Dew brings back the top game. I said I'll never fill out a bracket again until I can unscrew a Mountain Dew and see a team's name under the cap. When I can get that back, I'll start filling out brackets again. Even though Vince Carter in North Carolina just screwed me. I was a child and I got North Carolina and I was like, it's over. I'm about to win. I didn't know if I thought I was going to win. I didn't know what it was going to be. I just assumed it was going to be at least $1 million. I was like, whatever. Like, I mean, I'm set because you got to think This is a young child that's like, I'm about to be the richest man on planet Earth.
So you win the million. Does mom and dad bully you out of your million like they nothing?
Yeah. It was the only time I ever considered rooting for Kentucky. Just because, like, I'm like Arizona and Mike Bibby and these. I'm like, you cannot. You're not beating North Carolina. Like, it's not like North Carolina's going to win this whole thing. And then I'm watching these guys. I'm like, this team sucks. Like, this team's terrible. They're running North Carolina right now. How? Yeah, my mom and dad would have took it. Whatever. It didn't matter. It was for the love of the game.
You would have reminded them it's always my money, though. All the money you have is my money. Mom,
yeah,
dad.
It's always that. You want to get back to the phone line?
Right to the phone line. Who we got up next?
Jeremy,
fire away.
How's it going, guys? I was saying to Nick, I don't know that there's anything that hasn't already been said, but still want to say it. Yeah, so it doesn't seem to matter like what metric you look at, and I'm sure you guys saw Kelly Dickey's tweet about 13th ranked teams. So it's a tough pill to swallow, but my original thought was, before the seeding came out, is like, well, the narrative's already been written. Like SEC is the best conference, the ACC is the worst Power 5, and but that kind of gets thrown out the window when North Carolina gets in. So obviously a lot of frustration. Silver lining being that we're in Lexington, but I feel like you don't do any. If Auburn's the number 1 overall seed, you don't do them any favors by potentially pitting them against Louisville in Kentucky, or Creighton, who is coached by Greg McDermott. Obviously, a lot of tournament success there. But I also think it's just, it's just, there's a lot of, I don't know. It's just, like I said, it's very frustrating. But one thing I won't let it do is take away from the season that we've had and what Pat Kelsey's been able to do in his first year. And if he's not National Coach of the Year, it's a travesty, because obviously we're biased living here, but it's hard to say that anybody could have done more with what he had coming in. And so, yeah, that's about it. But, yeah, just, a frustrated Cards fan, but I'm glad to be in. And if you're in, you got a chance. That's all you can ask for.
Hey, absolutely, man. Yeah,
appreciate the call.
Yeah, great call. And I will say this: he's winning National Coach of the Year now, well, without question. Like, you screwed us that bad in the
or you 8-seed us so he didn't win it.
No, but you can't listen, Marcus. I used the analogy earlier. It's like, okay, like I want to know if the wife is cheating on me. So do I want to walk in on it? No. But now I know. But now you can't like send me like nudes of you and the guy afterwards. I mean, that would be like that. Listen, you know,
right?
What I mean? Like
what's worth, seeing it or seeing the news together and just accidentally get sent to you? It's like, okay, that's the evidence I needed. But was that really evidence?
And him not winning Coach of the Year would be like the cheating wife sending nudes of her and the guy after you already know
on accident or purpose.
Now
Steve.
you're just being now you're just being really mean. Like now you're being mean. Okay, I already walked in. I already seen this whole action going down. I know you're cheating on me. This is terrible. Now you're sending me naked pictures of you and this guy, and now you're just mean. You're just mean spirit.
2012.
That would be Coach Kelsey not winning Coach of the Year at this point.
2012. Look, AP number for people who didn't know that he was referring to the Kelly Dickey AP. Number 13 team entering selection Sunday. Just 2012, Georgetown gets a 3 seed at number 13. Florida gets a 3. Cincinnati. And which conference was Cincinnati in 2014?
Probably big. No, they were
USA
AAC.
probably.
Or AAC.
Okay, AAC. Iowa State in 2015 gets a 3. Purdue in 2016 and 17. They get a 4 and a 5. Yeah. Tennessee gets a 3. Purdue again gets a 3. Texas gets a 3. UCLA gets a 4. Virginia gets a 4. Illinois gets a 3.
Yeah. Well, I mean, let me be clear. I'm going to refuse to acknowledge an AP poll next year. That's just kind of my thing because I'm like, it's so utterly pointless.
Oh, okay. Is this like a declaration?
Yes. No, it's a declaration. Yes, absolutely.
Yeah.
Because what is the point?
Because I can play this game, Steve.
Yes, like I'm okay, and I'm okay. I understand, like it doesn't factor in at all, and that's fine. So, like, I'm taking you for your word. It is completely meaningless. So, like, what do I care if you've got Louisville ranked number 4? Who cares? I need is a better seeding metric because I don't even know, like, what ranking do you look at that matters? I mean, Louisville's 13th in the AP. They're 23rd in the net. What matters? The Ken Palm? They're 22 in Ken Palm. What are we? Okay, so
what metric? Yeah, what metric matters?
Give me something to look at that matters. That's what I want. That's all I'm asking for next year. Just give me something where I can look and realistic. Like I wouldn't mind right now if the net mattered like that, saying, "Oh, it was 23rd, not really 13th." Okay, cool. Give me something. And right now, I have nothing. Who knows what it? You can be ranked whatever. I mean, I guess unless you're number 1 in the net, I guess that means you're guaranteed a 1 seed. I think. I don't know.
Listen, we'll get more answers for you next hour.
Wait, gentlemen, you hear the music playing. We have a very special in-studio guest.
Okay.
The honorary judge, Derwin Webb.
Okay.
Why did you put him? Why did you wait till the end of the hour play out? Judge Webb, welcome.
Thank you. How are you?
Wonderful. Come listen. I know you got a lot of things you've been burning on with the recent announcement. Fire away. The floor is yours.
Well, I was just going to say we have talked ourselves into making sure that we have to beat Creighton with all the noise we're talking about our seed. Now we got to win. We have no choice but to win now.
What say you, Steve? Because
yeah, no,
I'm emotional right now,
you.
so I can't even get myself into the actual result of the Creighton game until I get all my frustration about the rankings out of the way.
Yeah, no, I'm actually with Judge Webb on that. Like, I think it's one of those deals where we're so angry. It's like, well, you need to take care of business now because like you're saying like we got screwed at an 8.
But see, I'm not gonna like that phrase, take care of business, because Creighton's good.
They are very good. They're very good.
But I will say this. It makes me think about, like, for example, in the college football playoff, all the teams that don't make it in and they are crying, we got screwed, this and that. And then they go out and lose the first game, validating why they weren't in the college football playoff. I'm not saying that's us, but I'm saying that we are talking so much noise and being so upset about the rankings. We have to go out and take care of business on the first day, because if we don't, what are people going to say? We shouldn't have been there in the first. We shouldn't have. We got what we deserved, as Coach Crum used to say.
See, this is what you get when you get reasonable people on air, Steve. Just on my nerves.
Reasonable. We're not reasonable. That doesn't.
Judge, I'm sorry. I'm sorry I missed you at the studio.
No, it's okay. I was going to say I was not trying to bogart your show. I just came by because I had a meeting on campus that canceled, and I came by just to look in the windows only to find out you guys weren't here. And Nikki said, "Come on back."
Listen, and Judge, please stop by anytime. Whenever you have cancellations, love getting you on the show. You need to make sure you keep your voice on the show as often as possible.
Man, I appreciate you guys. Love what you guys do every day.
Appreciate it. Judge,
man.
Derwin Webb.
Yeah, do for the city and all that stuff too, man. Appreciate you.
Okay, so
Thanks,
play us out, Nikki. Let's get a quick reset to the show so I can complain some more. I'm going to totally ignore what the reasonable Judge Webb and get back to my emotional side of the entire selection process.
Yes,
I'll talk about winning tomorrow.
Yeah. Yeah, tomorrow I'm going to convince you why we're going to.
Yeah, Creighton will suck tomorrow.
Yes.
But this tournament committee sucks today. 93.9 DeVille. Doesn't suck.
The weather may be cold, but that's no excuse to not work on your game and get some swings in. Head to 5 Iron Golf, outfit with state-of-the-art TrackMan technology and high-speed cameras. Sweat it out with a serious practice sesh, or tee it up at PGA Tour venues like Pebble Beach or Valhalla. There's something for every level of golfer. Hungry? Grab a bite from our terrific gastro pub menu. Swing instruction and corporate event space available as well. Want to become a member? Check out our New Year membership deals at 5irongolf.com. 5 Iron Golf at 836 Market Street in Nulu.
If you're losing your current dual special needs plan, then keep listening. United Healthcare offers people with Medicare and Medicaid plans to manage their whole health. With 45 years of experience and expertise in healthcare, you can count on United Healthcare for reliable Medicare coverage. See how a dual special needs plan from United Healthcare may help you get the benefits you deserve. Visit uhcdualplans.com. That's uhcdualplans.com and take advantage of this opportunity while it's still available.
That, friends, is the kind of moment that defines legends, the kind of moment that deserves to be celebrated with the exceptional taste of Remy Martin VSOP. Remy Martin is a tribute to the dedication, passion, and pursuit of excellence, a moment best savored with a refreshing Remy Ginger or Remy Sidecar. So gather your friends, raise a glass, and celebrate the extraordinary. Remy Martin Cognac Fiend Champagne, 40% alcohol by volume, imported by Remy Contro USA Inc., New York, New York. Please drink responsibly.
The official broadcast partner of all U of L athletics, WLCL Sellersburg, is 93.9 The Ville. Powered by Sam Aguiar Injury Lawyers. Hurt in a car? Call Sam Aguiar.
When you first bought your house, all you saw was a home. You weren't thinking it would be the key to a backyard pool or a chance to see the world. You weren't thinking of using it to pay for college or finance a whole dream wedding. Back then, it was just 4 walls. But now, it's time to start asking, what could your home be doing for you? A home equity line of credit from Commonwealth Credit Union can unlock your home's potential. Visit ccuky.org/home equity to learn more. Equal housing opportunity. All loans subject to approval. Call us at 1-800-228-6420 for details about terms and conditions.
You work hard to build equity in your home, so why would you give that money to the real estate agents when you sell your home? At Edlin & Edlin, they know you deserve to keep more of that money.
It's a full service offering. The advantage is that we don't charge as much, even though you get full service. In the regular world, a realtor says that the commissions are 6%, and what we do is accept 1% as the listing agent and recommend you pay the buyer's agent 2.5%. The average home sale around here is around $300,000, so that's $7,500 more dollars into your pocket at closing.
When Edlin lists your home, it immediately goes on all the places where buyers are looking for a home.
When I put a listing on the MLS, it is automatically shared with all the real estate apps, Zillow, Realtor.com, you name it. So all of that overhead in my business is gone. And what really should happen, prices should go down, the price of real estate services. And that's what we're reflecting in our commission structure.
So visit Edlin.com to start keeping more of your home's equity. That's Edlin.com, EDELEN.com.
Genesis Diamonds' biggest sale of the year is coming March 28th through March 30th. Hi, this is Eddie Amoni, VP at Genesis. Get ready for 3 days of extra store-wide savings, up to 35% off. Special pricing on all exquisite rings, earrings, bracelets, bands, pendants, nothing held back. 10 exclusive designers will be flying in with their newest breathtaking collections, all on sale. Special financing too. Don't miss out. March 28th through March 30th, exclusively at Genesis Diamonds, Shelby Road Plaza. See store for details.
Let's face it, nothing makes you look older than you really are than thinning hair. But what if you could not only increase your hair count, but promote new hair growth without surgery, without drugs with potential side effects, and without a prescription from your doctor? Well, now you can, thanks to a breakthrough new supplement called Hair Grow, provided by New Nordic, the #1 supplier of dietary supplements in Europe. Hair Grow is now available in the U.S. Only Hair Grow contains Tocogaya, a powerful antioxidant that has received a U.S. patent. Multiple clinical studies show Hair Grow is safe and effective in promoting new hair growth. In one study, 95% of the patients using Hair Grow saw increased hair count. Don't lose more time and more hair. Try Hair Grow today to feel and look your best. Available online at Amazon, Walmart.com, and NewNordicUSA.com, or in stores at your local CVS. Look younger and feel more confident with Hair Grow by New Nordic. at newnordicusa.com or in stores at your local CVS.
Men, this is Jeff for Tri-State Men's Health. The one you love is the light of your life. And if you're like most of us, you want to do whatever you can to nurture your relationship. But if you're suffering with erectile dysfunction, you know the impacts the condition is likely having on you and your partner. ED is a relationship destroyer. It can contribute to depression, distancing, conflicts, and even breakups and divorce. And what's so disturbing about this is that most men who suffer with ED can be successfully treated, but a lot of guys don't seek treatment when they should. At Tri-State Men's Health, we have protocols that are effective in well over 90% of cases. In fact, if you're like most guys, you could be having great sex within a day or two of your first appointment, and maybe find you're performing like you haven't in a long time. So call Tri-State Men's Health today. Your initial visit is only $99 and includes blood work, a medical consult, and if medically advised, a test dose. And if that test dose doesn't work in the office, your visit is free. Call 800-900-9654 or go to tristatemenshealth.com. We have 6 offices across the tri-state area to serve you.
Hey, Cards fans, do you or a loved one suffer from gout? Gout is a very painful form of arthritis that can also lead to kidney and heart disease. I bet you didn't know there's now a Gout Center of Excellence right here in Louisville. They use the most up-to-date clinical guidelines and FDA-approved treatments to get you relief fast. If you have gout, be sure to call the Gout Center of Excellence at 502-719-2472 or visit them online at ralouisville.com. And be sure to tell them Marcus sent you.
Hey, it's Steve Rummage here. You've probably heard all about the new regulations that have hit the real estate market, making the process more complex than ever. And if you're not working with the right real estate agent professional, you could find yourself out of bounds fast. That's why it's more important than ever to work with someone who has proven their expertise. Like my good friend Josh Jarbo. Josh was recently inducted into the RE/MAX Hall of Fame and named one of Louisville's 40 under 40. This guy knows the game inside and out. Josh and the team at RE/MAX Empire are the seasoned pros you want on your side. They know how to navigate the market, make the right calls, and get you the best deal every time. So don't let a cut rate agent make a rookie mistake and fumble your financial future, whether you're buying, selling, or just need some mortgage advice. These are the folks you want in your corner. So here's the plan. Call Josh Jarbo, 502-216-7590, or check him out online at joshjarbo.remaxempireky.com. And here's a special offer just for you guys. Mention you heard it right here on 93.9 The Ville, and you're going to receive up to a $5,000 seller's credit. I'll leave you with this. Top-notch service might seem expensive, but poor service can cost you a fortune. Don't settle for less than the best.
Josh Jarbo, principal broker owner of RE/MAX Empire and co-founder of Modern Mortgage A to Z, NMLS number 2256125. Each office is independently owned and operated. Modern Mortgage A to Z is an equal house lender.
Miss anything from your favorite show? Head over to the Alex R. White Sue Distracted Driver Podcast Center on ESPNLouisville.com.
Here we go, guys. We got Frank on the line.
Go. Welcome back. It's Middays with Marcus Maven. 8150 93.9 is the number. 93.9 is the station. Before we get to Frank on the phone lines, 2 quick things I want to say. First and foremost, I want to give a huge shout out and special thanks to one of the newest members of the team. That would be One Kentuckiana Pump Sales, for every home, building, business, or municipality that all rely on the movement these pumps provide. The moment you need a water or sewage pump, you should be thinking Kentuckiana Pump Sales. They're like our first responders or essential personnel. Over 36 years of experience. Best service, fairest possible price, and it's right over in Jeffersonville, Indiana. People, go see Harold or go see Mark. They'll find out exactly what you need. Utilities, sump, affluent, grinder, sewage, anything you need. 3303 Industrial Parkway, Jeffersonville, Indiana, of course. Or you can give them a call, 812-725-9217, or simply visit KentuckianaPumps.com.
Yeah, it's we're over here right now. Thank you, Nick, for that. That was awesome. We're over here right now, Buffalo Wild Wings over on Westport Road. It's a nice little 93.9 ESPN 680 group, man. I got Mark Blankenbaker over here working feverishly. Drew actually is over here with the shirt that says "Slap me if I'm Irish." So if anybody wants to, I told him it's totally safe for him to wear that around town. So that's good. So we got Drew doing that, and then Mark Ennis is over here. We got Little Ennis over here. So it's
why did I think Drew was Irish forever?
You thought Drew was Irish?
It was the I was sure he was Irish.
Okay,
100% positive.
I don't think
and
so.
It was the most. I mean, like the bewilderment in Drew's face when he was like, "I'm not Irish."
Yeah,
and I'm like,
Irish.
What do you mean?
White.
And no. Listen. At some point, the opening of the show, I realized, because I thought about it for like months and months and months. Like,
because his opening.
Yes.
Okay,
and I'm like, okay, subconsciously, I married him to.
You just made him Irish.
Yeah, the Irish thing. While we're thanking our partners,
he said he can't grant wishes.
Listen, while we are thanking, I just want to reiterate, isn't it great to have supportive partners in this business, and to get a random drop by of Judge Derwin Webb. I want to say it's an awesome thing. And people, if you ever find yourself in family court, ever find yourself in family court and you see his name show up on there, you should take a sigh of relief, because he's empathetic. He understands issues from all different aspects of the family dynamic. So rest assured, you're gonna get a good, fair, situation if you see Judge Derwin Webb's name on your docket list or something. But thanks, Judge.
Absolutely.
It's always great to have you.
Definitely. Thanks for stopping by. Yeah, we do appreciate that. They just brought out 3 of those sandwiches: the chicken parm melt, the beer cheese Philly cheesesteak, the beer cheese chicken cheesesteak. Oh yeah, right here. They just brought and listen, man, you were in such a middle of a passionate read, and I was just like, you could just hear like the groan that come out of me when he set it down. It was, I mean, Mark Blankenbaker just bit into the sandwich, and the cheese pool was 6 feet long. I mean, it's
was it like commercial worthy?
Yes. Oh yeah. All this stuff's here. I swear to God, Drew just picked up 2 fries. He walked over to the thing, picked up 2. Mark Blankenbaker is double dipping into the giant bowl of marinara. Drew grabbed 2 fries, walked away. Like, what I'm watching right now is savages. It's savages.
And listen, Drew, Drew eating 2 fries is living on the wild side for Drew.
Oh yeah, he went hardcore. Yeah, he was like, well, they're seasoned. They're seasoned fries. Yeah, go ahead. Anyways, all right. Do we got somebody on the phone line we need to get to?
We got a full bank. We got Frank starting us up.
Frank, thanks for joining us on 93.9. Fire away, Frank.
Hey, man, I was wrong about the ticket sales, but don't forget now, our ladies, if they get past Nebraska, we got a reunion with Haley Van Lith coming up.
Man,
in the second round.
Crazy. It's almost like you did it on purpose.
Louisville against everybody else. Louisville against everybody else.
For Frank,
that don't make no sense.
I appreciate the call. Yeah, Steve, that was an accident, right?
Just randomly get Haley Van Lith in the second round.
And for people that are rolling their eyes on that one, like, what more does it take for you to say, like they sound like random coincidences till you put them all together, and you're like, no,
they mix. The funny thing is, they just doubled down in that one. They did it last year too.
Yeah, I know. Yeah. It's like, no, those are storylines. Those are storylines that the announcers just the whole story writes itself. I saw a joke. Speaking of announcers, I saw and I don't know why I didn't equate it, but whoever tweeted, was it? I forget who it was. Sorry, I don't want to purposely take away the credit. Did you see that tweet about Taylor Swift is the Cooper flag of the,
No, listen, Drew said it this morning. There's no more complaining about Taylor Swift. I mean, the way they showed Cooper flag, man, like that's, I mean, you've got to just shut it down and say, hey, man, like, dude, because they couldn't get the screen off of him, man.
And again, like you don't have 2 draft picks on the floor right now.
Right. Oh, 2 draft picks. I mean, listen, they've got 2 lotteries. They had 2 top 10 picks.
That's what I meant to say. 2 top 10s actively on the floor.
Look, weak Tyrese Proctor. I mean, he was like going to go like 18th or something in the draft. Like, good Lord, man. Yeah, no, that Duke team, it pains me to say it, but they're very, very good. They're very good. Like, so I was okay. I know we haven't really talked about that game, but I was okay, honestly, when it was over.
That was on your sword. That was on your sword. That was the definition of, I'm sorry, on your shield.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, absolutely was.
Yep. When you watched, man, when was that game, Steve?
I don't know. It feels like we played Duke 2 weeks ago.
I cannot
was
believe
it Saturday night.
Since when have you ever had a Duke ACC? Obviously never. You played Duke in the ACC championship, Steve, and we haven't talked for 1 single second about the actual game.
Yeah. No. It's just like, because once the tournament bracket comes out, nothing matters. Like nothing matters from the past.
I expected you to say that.
It's done and over now. Yeah, I mean, it's done and over. Like there's nothing. Everything you play in the regular season just means the tournament. And that's, and it focuses towards that. Nick did say we had a full bank. Do we want to get to some more?
Get to it.
Go ahead. Nick,
we'll go with, is this James? James, I believe. James,
fire away, my man.
Hey, what's going on, fellas? Couple things, if you don't mind me asking.
Let's do it.
How many losses I got today?
6 or 7, right? Yeah, 7.
7.
Yeah,
6 or 7, and two of them is against Duke, that was the number 1 team in the country last week, but didn't do enough to be the number 1 team this week. And I'm kind of confused on how that happened anyway, but that's okay. A couple things. I'm not confused. How do you drop when you win? How does that happen? And how do you have 11 losses and not drop if they have a 3 line? How is that possible? And I'm not even calling about the team up the road. I'm not doing it. I'm calling about ESPN as part of the problem, folks. You have literally witnessed it in football just 2 years ago, and now you're witnessing it in basketball. The first thing I need to do if I'm the athletic director at the University of Louisville today is I'm putting my banners back up, and I'm hanging my floor back up in the hallway. So when you walk into the Yum Center, you've seen what happened in Atlanta because everybody remembers what happened in Atlanta. That's the first thing. And then if you get a call from Indianapolis,
He agreed.
Oh, no, I was saying I totally agree with what you're saying on that. Absolutely.
I apologize. And if you get a call from Indianapolis this afternoon telling you to take it down, you know what you do? You hang the damn phone up on them and tell them to come take it down for me. That's what you do. This is ridiculous. This is ridiculous. No, listen, I'm telling you. They literally took over the sport of football. They will not take over basketball, won't allow it. And none of us should. This is an absolute joke. My coach looked like he's seen a ghost when the damn thing came on the screen last night. He couldn't believe it. If I'm the ACC, if I'm the Big 12, if I'm the Big East, I'm forming a conference, and I'm getting out of this. I'm breaking away from it. If I can't get a fair shake at the table when I earn it, then I don't want to be in it anyway. Josh Hurd, every one of you. I would have had it this morning. press conference this morning. This is a joke. A joke. You get beat by 29 points and you lose every weekend from the start of January all the way to March, and you get a 3 seed? Man, something is wrong, fellas. ESPN is part of the problem, not the solution.
Hey man, James, that's a good call, man. I will say, Marcus, we're doing the complaining and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
But I do understand where somebody like that is like, no, I'm legitimately pissed off. Like you know what I'm saying? Like I'm because everything he said. I mean, think about that. You lose. Kentucky lost a game every week, every single week from the beginning of the year, and got a 3 seed. So you're telling me is all you got to do is win some good games, and none of your losses matter.
Steve, I said this to you last night. This is how you build. This is how you build blue bloods. This is how you build narratives. In years like this, when you protect the Kentucky, when you start the year, deciding that the SEC is about to be the preeminent conference of the basketball of the future. When you start saying, "Hey, we're going to find a way to superpower the SEC," which is, I mean, you can't deny when you watch the landscape. Even if you say, "Hey, they got some good athletes, some good talent in the SEC and stuff like that," you cannot deny there is a machine element, behind the. I mean, when you say somebody like when you bring Dick Vitale in to besmirch the ACC, right? And
yeah,
I'm not saying, but I'm saying it didn't sound right coming from him. Okay,
yeah.
That's one thing. Another thing, to the caller's point, to James' point, when you start saying, okay, as an athletic director, I move up the ladder. I need the ACC rallying cry to say, hey, we're getting screwed over as a conference now. We need to band together. But then all of a sudden, Carolina's in. So what would be your best ally, right? Because Carolina is not supposed to be in based on the narrative and the seeding that Louisville got. Carolina is not supposed to be in. If you think this conference is this week, but now you shut the ACC, heavy hitter up by getting UNC in. So now, listen, Clemson's happy. Steve.
Well, sure.
Clemson's happy. And what do you hear all the time? SEC. Oh, SEC might be going after Carolina.
Yep.
SEC might be going after Clemson.
Might be going after Clemson.
Might be going after Clemson, right?
Yep.
So they're wonderfully happy, right? And
absolutely.
So when you see it, and then this is where it really gets scary to me. This is to Judge Webb's point. If you really believe that there is something about the Louisville, like okay, put it this way, a little bit of extra thought and movement gets put into the position of Louisville, right? I believe this, okay? I believe there is influence in the selection committee that puts Louisville in bad positions.
Mm-hmm.
That's the nicest way I can say the game is rigged. This is the nicest, most politically correct way I can say that. So then, to Judge's point, if you can manipulate Louisville that much, and guess what happens, Steve? You're the same people that are selecting the officials for the game.
Yep.
You're
who's going where?
Right?
Yeah.
You're not only did you just do that, if you believe that your team is being manipulated around the chessboard to put them in disadvantageous positions, and you're the same people that are selecting, listen, the whatever entity make sure North Carolina's happy, Clemson's happy. Louisville gets manipulated into a bad spot.
Yeah.
We also send the officials. Now you have a Duke game where Creighton shoots 25 free throws and Louisville shoots 9.
It's definitely a worry. Yeah, absolutely.
Then you get busted, and then like Judge says, oh, it's a black eye for the next 5 years. Now Louisville has even less credibility to ever complain. So next year, when I don't have them in the top 25, shut those whiny Louisville fan, shut those whiny asses up because, they were complaining about seeding. They got busted by Creighton. And we're still we shouldn't have been in that position. And then you get you're going to lose to Auburn in the next round anyway. But I shouldn't be
because if you couldn't win that one, you're not going to win the next one.
Yeah, and I shouldn't be playing Auburn in the second round anyway.
Yeah.
Right? So it's
and I think that was part of it last night too, was some of the disappointing was you had spent the last few weeks thinking, okay, I'm going to get a 6 or so, I'm going to be a 3, I'm going to play into the second round. I mean, you're going to have to go through a team like that regardless, but I mean, it is a big deal to make it to the Sweet 16 as opposed to that. Now, with that being said, and again, I know this is more tomorrow we'll do a little more of why that could work in Louisville's favor.
Yep.
And we'll get to that. But I mean, I agree with you on how far does that rabbit hole go, of what you can do.
Yeah, and the horrible thing about the conspiracy label, is that it waits. It just waits. It's the I hate LeBron his entire career, and here he is at year 21. You're like, see, I told you.
Yep, he's wearing down. Yeah.
He was never that good. Yeah. So you lose to Auburn. You beat Creighton, you lose to Auburn. See, you weren't gonna win anyway. So why are you still complaining about the seeding?
You're not wrong. Nick, do we have somebody else? Okay. Okay, Chris. Welcome into 93.9. What's going on, bud?
What's up, Rummage Maven?
Chilling.
That's it.
Hey man, I love having that polished Rummage, but I like this one a whole lot better. I like that nitty gritty Louisville #1 fan. Yeah, we don't need the polish right now. Now, here's the thing about it. Everybody keeps saying, what if we get busted by Creighton? Creighton is underseeded too. They're not supposed to be a 9. So when everybody's like, well, if y'all get busted by Creighton is good. When I was watching them play St. John's, I was thinking to myself, they're going to be trouble for somebody. Little did I know it was going to be us. And then as far as this UNC AD not being in the room when they're talking about UNC, man, that's the same as when you go to court and they say, hey, strike what you just heard. Don't pay any attention to that. Who wants to look at that man when he comes back in the room and go, I voted no against your team. I voted no against your team. Man, that's pressure that nobody needs. That's why they got in. Ain't nobody gonna look at that man and say they voted no against them. And then as far as us going to Lexington, everybody keeps saying, at least we got Lexington. We are the number 4-8 seed. That's why we're in Lexington, because we're getting the #1 team in the whole bracket. There's no love for us. Zero love. If they loved us, we'd be 18 somewhere else. But they put us against the #1 team in the whole bracket the second game. Lexington was not a favor, guys. They do not like us. Let's go out here and handle our business the best we can. But yes, they do not like us. I'll get off and I'll listen to you.
Chris, I appreciate the call. Steve.
Yeah.
I have to tell you something.
I'm listening.
Steve, something just struck my funny bone, Steve. It's the funniest thing that you've ever been a part of simultaneously with me. So he's talking about, the guy leaving the room when North Carolina discussions comes up and all that, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I just had a visual, Steve, of Rick Pitino and Tom Jurich were in Indianapolis pleading our cases up and down nonstop. Do you remember how good we were like, oh man, just 3 hours of this and this and proving our innocence here and there, and we actually thought We thought that was going to matter, Steve, because we thought, Tom Church was like, "Oh no, we were prepared, and we had to, 4-hour presentation for this."
Right.
The NCAA,
we're like, oh, they were ready. Yeah, listen, they had all the information ready. They had, it was great. We've hired everybody that we need to. Yeah, that knows, and we're good to go. Yeah. They were like, oh, honey, baby.
That was the biggest.
It's like I thought. Yeah,
that was the biggest shill waste of time pleading your case.
It was,
wasn't it, Steve?
It was.
That's what I feel like we just went through. We just sat here, Steve, talking about all of these cases and all this basketball being played and all this resume and Carolina this and Clemson that and Kentucky this and Kentucky, and all of it just ends with the same report.
Yeah. Yeah, it ends with you as an 8 seed in Lexington playing the overall number 1.
The first game of the entire
very first game of the tournament, by the way. Yeah. Just want to put you in there. Even though I will say, man, listen, maybe it all backfires. And I mean, because we were talking, and there is a beautiful thing about being that first game if you win.
Yeah.
And you
explain it. Explain it to
2
people,
days.
Steve. Wait, say it again. I stepped on it. Say it again, Steve.
Well, no, I mean, you win that first game, and man, you have an Auburn-Louisville most likely. If you're looking at Saturday, I have to think that would. I mean, I guess it could open, but I mean, I would think it'd be an afternoonish game. More of a Saturday 3-ish, prime time-ish type.
Jonah
So-
from Daytona on the phone.
Yeah,
Okay.
I think was that Tanner. Hi, Tanner.
Yeah, Nick texted me at 10:45 and was like, "Can you get here at 11:30? I gotta do a remote." And I was like, "I guess." So I'm here.
Okay. Well, hey, Tanner, it's good to have you.
Middays.
Did you get
Let's
that
go.
text?
Hey, we love having you, Tanner.
Steve, did you get that text from Nikki too?
No, I didn't get that text, but that's okay. But I'm glad Tanner's here. I love Tanner.
Okay.
I do agree with that last caller though. Both teams are very underseeded. I think Creighton's way
Sure.
too good to be a 9, and we're
1,000%.
way too good to be 8.
1,000%. I agree with you.
Jonah from Daytona. Thanks for
Johnny from
Oh,
Daytona,
sorry.
probably.
Johnny from Daytona.
What's up,
All right,
fellas?
fire away.
How we doing?
What's up, fellas? Great, man. I'm not surprised a bit, man. I expected it. That's probably the number one reason why I am a Louisville fan, because everybody hates us. We're disrespected. We never get the best shot at anything, and we still take care of business. And I've been more shocked if we got the seed we deserved. I would have been like, "What? Are you kidding me?" This is just, of course, whatever. You know what I mean? We ran the Missouri Valley Conference. We ran that conference. We were in the Metro. We ran that conference. We were in Conference USA. We ran that conference. We were in the Big East. We ran that conference. We started running the ACC, and then they bounced our coach because they're afraid of us. And then they gave us the worst coach in the history of college basketball. We got out of that, and now we're back to where we're supposed to be. So they figured, we'll just give them a crappy seed and bounce them in the first round of the NCAA tournament. And that's the truth. But, doesn't surprise me. I'm not upset. I think it's funny. I like everybody being afraid of us. It's cool. I grew up in Elizabethtown. Me and one other white dude in the whole class, freshmen through seniors, were the only 2 fans in the whole school. Nobody outside of Judge Sakai likes us. That's why I like Louisville. I'm not going to be like a mama's boy in like Kentucky and all them pop schools. You know what I mean? They get to all the favors, get to everything, and they cry about when they don't get it. So I ain't crying. I expected it. I'm used to it. We're going to win, so who cares? Go Cards.
Hey,
appreciate the call.
Listen, man, that's the other side of it. And again, I know today isn't really the day for that for us, but if you're doing a show next Monday and Louisville's still playing, then all bets are you have to do the whole thing.
They totally did. They did baby Kentucky this whole year, though, didn't they?
Well, absolutely.
That is like I said, for all the things, and this is serious, like for all the things that we talk about, man, and all the things we, like I said, we do have fun being the hunter. Like I'll admit that.
Of course, that's it's just in our nature, man. It's in our nature.
Yeah, but when you do the 1,000-foot view or 15,000-foot view of everything, you're saying I literally I was so happy with my season that I didn't have time to complain about the soft shoe treatment. To my blue blood point earlier, Carolina is not supposed. Carolina is supposed to have a stain on their blue blood status, a stain on it from not making the tournament this season. Period. Kentucky, the University of Kentucky, with 11 losses, is a season that should have a stain on it. You know what I'm saying? Like, like the artificial inflation of the SEC as a conference has just you've cleaned up the diaper part of the SEC. Sticking Arkansas in there. Like I said, you say the announcement of Boogie Fland. Yeah. It's really, really below standard or below standard to do that, to get away with that as a whole. But again,
I totally agree with that part.
And it feels like it's been in the making the entire season. And I have to be a passive participant in it by doing this radio show and just pointing out the obvious and saying at the end of the show, still screw it, go take care of your business.
We got Big Fox on the phone.
Say that name again.
Big Fox.
Okay.
I'm assuming it's Big Facts, but Big Fox, thanks for joining us on 93.9. Fire away.
Hey, man, look, we gotta quit crying. Hey, it's time, baby. We playing with house money. We got a home game. Hank Rupp Arena, bloody red. And it's March. Anything can happen in March. That's why they call it March Madness. Man, I'm not scared of nobody. So,
hey,
we're gonna be all right, man. I'm gonna hang up.
No, I appreciate the call. Because I do think that's where the mood change will be throughout the day.
Yeah.
Like, I do think people last night were a little surprised. Thank you so much. We're a little surprised and we're a little, aggravated, and you hear some anger coming out. But I think every minute that passes with the day, more and more fans are going to be like, all right, forget it. Let's do it.
Yeah. Like I said, don't get this misconstrued one bit. Nobody
questions how resilient the fan base is.
Yes, nobody is afraid of Creighton. Nobody is afraid of the NCAA tournament as a whole.
Right.
Today is just a reactionary day of the NCAA process, of the seeding process, of the national narrative process, of the best interest of the game and the best interest of the tournament and the best interests of the credibility of the selection process. That's what's on trial today, not the emotions of fear or of who your matchups are. So they're just separate. It's a separate thing, and it's not it's not an emotion that's going to carry over into the rest of the week. I tell you what, we'll take our last break. Let Steve listen. What did you just say thank you for, Steve? What did you receive to give it one more shout out?
A fresh, crisp Pepsi Zero, but I have been looking at two of these sandwiches this entire segment.
Okay, well,
just looking at them.
We'll take a break and do what you do.
I'm excited about this.
93.9 DeVille.
In a world in need of spice and flavor,
my food, it's so bland.
A hot sauce journeys the earth. fighting to bring balance back to your food. Formed from blending delicious ingredients and harnessing the power of fermentation, a Vigilante is born. Vigilante, not the hot sauce you always wanted, but the hot sauce you always needed.
My hero.
Rated E for everyone.
What's wrong?
I caught my wife in a lie.
That's bad.
We're fishing, right?
Yeah.
She catches a catfish, 4-pounder, claims it was a 7, snaps a picture, sends it to all her friends.
And they bought it?
Yeah, people believe her.
You taught her well.
Indeed, I did.
Your Kentucky Department of Fish and Wildlife reminds you, fishing's not about math. It's about fun.
And fudging a little if you need to.
Kentucky Fishing. Be honest.
It'll make a liar out of you.
Hey, Card fans, Attorney Sam Aguirre here, proud partner of U of L Athletics and ESPN Radio Louisville. Car wrecks can be a nightmare, and insurance companies are just going to make it worse. But when you're part of our team, we take care of those hassles so you can focus on getting better. We've helped thousands of Card fans get life-changing results on their claims, and it would be an honor to work for you too. So if you've been hurt in a car, give us a call at 502-888-8888 or check us out online at demandsam.com. And go Cards!
This spring, don't let allergies get you down and call the pros at Zero Res Air Duct Cleaning to remove the dust, pollen, and debris from your home. For this month only, take advantage of their spring sale. When you mention ESPN Louisville, you get $30 off your next air duct cleaning. That's right, $30 off your next air duct cleaning when you mention ESPN Louisville. Use promo code AIR30 when scheduling online at ZeroResLouisville.com. Zero Res, all they leave is clean.
Looking for the perfect place to kick back, relax, and catch the Cards, Cats, or Hoosiers? 1020 Brewery has you covered. With their fun, laid-back atmosphere, it's like a sports bar without the sports bar feel. Grab a pint of their refreshing 1020 light beer, dig into their amazing food, and enjoy the games on our multiple big screen TVs with friends. And with college basketball hitting its peak, there's no better place to catch all the action of the conference tournaments and NCAA matchups. So grab your crew and come visit 1020 Brewery in Butchertown or Clarksville, the best place to cheer, chill, and enjoy the game. 1020 Brewery. Great beer, great food, great vibes. Come visit us.
Genesis Diamond's most anticipated sale of the year is coming March 28th through 30th. 3 days of extra store-wide savings, up to 35% off. Get special pricing on all exquisite rings, all earrings, all bracelets, all bands, all pendants, and more. Exclusive designers will be here with their newest breathtaking collections, all on sale. Engagement rings, wedding bands, extra markdowns on lab-grown diamonds and natural diamonds. Special financing, too. Don't miss this 3-day extravaganza, March 28th through 30th at Genesis Diamonds, Shelbyville Road Plaza.
Looking for a thrilling new experience in Louisville? Head over to Next Level Ranges, the city's newest high-tech gun range. Whether you're a pro or a beginner, we've got the perfect setup with state-of-the-art lanes, expert instructors, and a safe, welcoming atmosphere.
You guys
Wrap
good to
up
go
your
on
shooting with
45?
a farm-to-table meal from Grass Social, or kick up your feet and relax in our exclusive members lounge. With personal lockers for your convenience, you'll feel right at home. Located just off Blankenmaker Parkway across from Lexus of Louisville and J-Town, Next Level Ranges, where precision meets passion. Visit nextlevelranges.com for more information.
Steve, we going
That's
30.
nextlevelranges.com.
Hey guys, Mark Ennis here. Is your home too cold in the winter, too hot in the summer, or are your energy bills too high? Then it's time to call First Choice Insulation, your local attic and crawl space insulation experts. At First Choice Insulation, they provide top quality insulation solutions to keep your home comfortable year round. First Choice Insulation has worked on projects like Denny Crum Hall and with some of the largest commercial and residential builders in the region. Whether upgrading your attic or insulating your crawl space, they've got you covered with professional service and the best materials. Call First Choice Insulation today for a free consultation. Stop burning dollars to heat and cool your home. Mention ESPN Louisville for $100 off your next project. First Choice Insulation, 502insulation.com.
Number 93.9 is the station. Now that the weather has broken and given us a little bit of a break, people, this is a perfect time to listen to what I have to say. People, your home is your fortress. Your first line of defense is your roof. So if your roof is under attack by either Mother Nature or Father Time, you should be calling Citadel Roofing and Construction. Citadel Roofing and Construction is locally owned and operated. Will provide free inspections, estimates, and of course, they'll work with your insurance. Did I also mention their A+ rating with the Better Business Bureau? Let Citadel Roofing and Construction protect the roof that protects you by calling 502-219-7964. Today, I also want to give one extra shout out to our realtor extraordinaire, Derek A. Stewart, for all your home buying and selling needs. Know this number, 502-314-9868. So Steve,
Absolutely.
we are wrapping up the emotional day. If any callers want to get your last of the emotions in here, 8150-939 is the number. 3831-939 is the text line. Who do we have on the line as we speak?
Corey,
thanks for joining us on 93.9. Fire away, Corey.
Hey, what's up, fellas?
How we doing?
All right. If anything, I think this will put a fire underneath the players, and their players fire basketball, play with a chip on the shoulder. There's no way they should have got an A seed. And another thing I've noticed over the years, when we're in the tournament, they always put us in the same bracket with Michigan State. It's like they do the same thing to us every year.
It does feel like we often find ourselves in the same area as them. That is true.
Yeah, over the years. Another thing on another note, Steve, you didn't help anybody that's trying to diet this week, man. You described that sandwich and messed up everybody's diet this week.
Yeah, tournament time is not made for diets.
That was damn near food porn.
Oh, listen, and here's the thing. I just ate a half of the cheesesteak. It was, the beer cheese is some of the best I've ever had in my life. Like, I'm telling you, if anybody's hungry today, go out to a Buffalo Wild Wings and get one of these sandwiches, man. Like, they live up to the hype. They're incredible.
All right, man. Y'all have a good day. I look forward to the commercial, Steve.
Yeah.
Appreciate the call.
Well, I guess now would be a good time to remind everybody about my friends over at Tri-State Men's Health. So get over there. And I will say, man, that's one of the reasons I can enjoy something like this is because I am feeling better. I am in better shape now. And, and maybe, like just then I ate the half of that and that'll be it. And that's because, I've been over there and I went over there and I got on the testosterone program for energy and I got on the tirzepatide for weight loss. And I can eat half of that sandwich and I can feel good,
Yep,
and I can feel
push away. Yep.
Yeah, and I can say, okay, I'm done. That was fantastic. And listen, you can be that way too. Go to tristatemenshealth.com, take the low T quiz. It's 10 questions. Take about 2 minutes, yes or no answers. You get them there. Get one of the great locations, either Louisville, Northern Kentucky, Cincinnati, Columbus. Go in there for a quick 30-minute appointment. They're going to take your blood and they're going to put together a package that's for you. I promise you, you will not regret it, man. And if you sign up for testosterone that day, they'll waive that whole $99 fee. So that appointment that day would be free. So get over there, check them out. Most importantly, tell them you heard about them right here on 93.9 The Ville.
Yeah, like I said, it's just my closing thoughts on it. Again, the range of emotions are from, being a Louisville fan and the experience, like feeling a bit robbed of our regular season just due is one emotion.
Yes.
The other emotion is the association forever of this Louisville team sitting in that in that room together, and getting that gut shot, or you know what I'm saying? Like that's going to be with them forever, and that they did not deserve that bad emotion. I mean, listening to Terrence Edwards Jr. in the press conference talk about how much he looks forward to hearing his name announced, because he's from a conference that you have to win your conference tournament to be in the. So he deserved a good feeling of being in the tournament fair and square with a good matchup. You know, playing against a lower seed again tomorrow. We'll enjoy that we're not in some other bracket in some other place, and we'll come up with all the positives. But I just hate it for him, his experience in that room.
Absolutely, and the guys handled it well, man. I was really proud of them on that. They didn't look, and that's another reason why I think. And again, now I'm kind of teasing where we're going to be tomorrow, but the look on Chucky's face, and look, it was a let's go.
I think he's excited.
Yeah,
I think he wants to play his old hometown team because he's from Omaha.
Yeah. I mean, it was a let's go. Okay, let's go. Like I'm ready to go. AC, cool. Like it was like I didn't get the vibe from now. Kanai Roos looked like he could hurt somebody. Right. But the overall vibe looked as though like they weren't like, oh man, at 8. They were like, all right, cool.
Yeah, that's
what we got. Who we got?
But again, that's separate from, to me, what they deserved.
Oh no, 1,000%. No, I'm not disputing your point on that for sure.
Yeah,
but I do like knowing that they're still looking at this as the next game.
Right.
You know,
right.
The next, what, like, oh God, it's Auburn.
Yeah, I'm just again,
mine
is just a temporary emotion. Coach Kelsey deserved to have a better emotional moment.
Absolutely.
Right for him. So, yeah, that is, like I said, that's just one takeaway from that part of it. Sure. I listen. That's the one. Like I said, I said a generational trauma that they shouldn't have had to be a part of. You know, I want to shield my kids from that kind of generational trauma. Yeah. But that's one thing. Again, big picture. Tomorrow, none of this stuff today will matter. You know, in any kind of the big scheme of things.
Yep.
But again, today was this kind of day. I think we did a good job getting that perspective.
I agree.
Great. Fan base was great. Our partners, just want to take a second. This is Monday. This is March. Incredible. Yeah, this has been incredible experience. Just want to say how much we appreciate all our partners. Again, thank Judge Derwin Webb for stopping in anytime. BW3s.
Yeah, man. Great time out here. I'm going to sit around, hang out for a bit. It's a good vibe, man. It's still the Monday after the tournament, and it's always fun.
As always, 8150-93.9 is always the number. 3831-93.9 is always the text line. The YouTube channel is Made for the Ville. Middays remarks made with 939 the Ville. Appreciate you, Tanner.